Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. Now, I've told you that usually when it becomes summertime, trout fishing is not something that we should do because of how warmer water can affect the health or even the survival of trout. But I've had reports lately of people telling my buddy Rust of some of the fishing that they've been doing with fly rods for trout in our area. And I've said so many times that we really do have great trout fishing in the area. Now, I called my friend Aaron Hardy, who is in Messina and has a new guide service where he wants to teach people and take them out and help them to become fly rod fishermen for trout. And I highly recommend this. And I called Aaron. I said, Aaron, these are some of the reports I'm getting right now. Would you concur with this? And the report was that people were catching brook trout in the Grass River, way in the upstream regions of the Grass River. And these trout naturally get into the river from some of I believe, the pond areas in the Tupper Lake area. And that's basically where the Grass River begins, up in that region. And right now, the water temperature in a lot of our streams has come down to where it's in the 60s or 60 degrees, and that isn't going to be a killer for trout. So it could be a good time for you to go and experiment with some of this. Another place that I've had reports is that some fishermen are having some fabulous results catching big brown trout in the Chateauguay River. Now, you'd have to go up towards Chateauguay to experiment and discover what this river is like. It has wonderful brown trout fishing in it. It's probably one of our best trout fishing rivers in the North Country. And also in some of the upstream areas, there's some really good brook trout fishing in the Chateauguay River. So I wish I could tell you exact spots, but any of these guides would have a fit if I gave out some of that information. But I will tell you that Aaron said that that's true, that he's had the same results fishing these same areas of water. He said he caught some really nice brown trout a month ago. And now he said the fishing should even be better because the water's so much cooler. So don't give up on trout fishing. And here's the thing. A lot of people say to me, well, they've never really caught trout and they don't know how to do it. And I remember when I first came up to this area, and I was a little bit pessimistic about my ability to catch trout. You know, they're fish just like every other fish, and they need to eat. And you just discover what they like to eat and how to present it, and you're going to catch trout. There's some wonderful trout streams in our area, and, you know, I've said it so many times, but the Salmon River that runs through Malone is perhaps our very best trout stream. Don't overlook the St. Regis River that runs through St. Regis Falls and down to Nickelville, and that's a wonderful trout stream as well. But the Salmon River and the Chateauguay River are I think, more year-round natural waterways, that there's natural reproduction in the Salmon River for sure. And they are some of our gems of the area. And now that it's getting fall, you know, fishing pressure has fallen way off, and it might be a time for you to discover some of this new fishing. And I highly recommend you investigating Aaron Hardy's new guide service, that he's going to have a lot of this on the internet where you can discover his next year plans for 2026. So again, we have everything in the North Country. We've got great trout fishing. We've got incredible bass fishing. The muskie fishing has been incredible this year. That word is really true to life. Incredible. That's what our water everywhere land is up here. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.